that unfortunately millions of people would buy, or that would turn the facts totally around. It would be totally something that is the opposite of really what happened. I totally agree with you that would happen.
Okay, good morning, guys. Happy New Year. It's time for Face the Facts. I'm going to get it started today real quick. Thank you for tuning in. Please share. Share. Happy New Year.
A lot of these cities, especially big cities, they reverted to having the mayor control the school board, control the school system instead of the school board.
Good morning.
I miss the school board.
Ooh, I missed last week. Hey, Bo. Good morning. I missed last week, but I'm back in studio today. So let's get it. Thank you guys so much for coming back in 2022.
It may be more alternative for them to battle as a teachers union. I understand teachers unions are poor.
This is not good. I don't like it.
But also got to take into account
WOLB Baltimore and WARQ-FM HD3 Baltimore, an Urban One radio station, minority controlled, and operated and serving the African American communities for over 40 years.
Hey, Little Bits, good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in. Can you share this, please?
Not necessarily those of the staff and management of Radio 1, its sponsors, or advertisers.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. Oh,
hey, Happy New Year. I don't know. I'm gonna come in 20 seconds. Hey, Lady B, thank you. Hey, Pooh. Just a little bit. You gonna cue me? Good morning. It is time for Face the Facts. How you guys doing? Happy New Year. Welcome back. It's the year of 2022. You know what's funny, Sean? I gotta start the show off laughing before I get buck. I have a lot of friends out of state, and a lot of them called me on New Year's Day to see how I say the new year. 2022. Oh, y'all say two. Y'all from Baltimore. Listen, if it was meant to be pronounced another way, we'd be saying 2012. TWO. But it's not. It's 2022. So welcome to a new year, you guys. I'm excited about everything that this new year offers for each and every one of us. I got to take care of something before I start the show. But I do want to say hi and thank you to everyone who is streaming live at www.wolbbaltimore.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to Face the Facts on WOLB. I also want to say hi to everyone on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. So glad to see you guys again. Last week I was not feeling well, could not do the show. It's no secret. I am a lupus survivor, so I had a flare-up last week. And I'd rather not be on air halfway. I'd rather give it my all every time I come on. And so decided not to do the show. Sean fussed me out, called my phone, threatened my life and all that good stuff. Sean said, if you don't get in this studio, I said, Sean, I simply can't do it. I can't move. My body is down. Sean said, I'm kidding, guys. Sean's a great guy. He would never well, I can't say that he would never threaten me, but he didn't last week. I decided not to do the show. But I definitely miss you guys. I was looking forward to ending our year together. But here we are at the start of a new year. Now I gotta take care of something real quick. Y'all can listen in. But I gotta handle this. Chadwick Vaughn. I got a text from your teacher that you are saying that you are listening to your mother's show in her class. Shout out to Miss Williams for hitting me up. When I get off the air, I am coming for you. I'm coming to your school, and it's going to be me and you. Now, you can play with me if you want to. I have no problem with the listening audience hearing me tell you that when I get off this air, it's me and you. So I'll be right over there right after this show. Thank you guys for letting me handle that. Let's get down to our show, because I think it's something that is important to discuss across the board. We're just going to simply talk about respect. Now, I'm no stranger to the airways by now. And one constant theme that I come across is respect or lack of it. Today is January the 6th. It marks a year since the insurrection of our capital, where disrespect was everywhere. And it's even disrespectful that we have not properly charged the ringleader for the insurrection. However, we keep being told that justice will be served. Haven't seen it yet. Respect in radio. I've been doing this for a year. It's hard to be a Black woman in Black talk radio. Why? Because we don't get respect. If I don't get people that are calling in about my anatomy, then my character is assassinated. If my character is not assassinated, then it becomes, well, you don't know anything, or you don't have anything powerful to say. And people have no problem giving me these kind of critiques in radio. Relationships. Respect is very scarce. I can't tell you the amount of men that have been in my inbox, in my DMs, and I know for a fact you're married, you're in a fully committed relationship, supposedly, you got babies on the way, but you have no problem disrespecting the person you're with by coming in my inbox, sliding in my inbox, sliding in my DM. Parents and children, no respect. Even my own kids. This morning, my son's teacher sends me a text and says, he's saying he's listening to your show this morning and he doesn't care about what we're doing right now. Well, I'm going to handle that. But no respect. When it snowed, what day was that? Monday. When it snowed Monday, I was getting out of my car. And you guys can call in if you want to. 410-481-1010, 410-481-1010. If you want to get in on this topic, we do have lines available. But Monday, I'm walking into a store to pay for gas with cash. And this older lady is getting ready to leave the store. So I'm watching her because she was very small in stature. And, I generally worry about seniors anyway. And so she slips in the snow and she falls and her bags go everywhere. And there are 3 gentlemen outside standing there, selling lease ones. And nobody stops what they're doing to help this older lady up. I end up going over, helping her up, putting her in my truck, driving her 1 block. She lived 1 block away from the gas station. But no respect, because there was a time where not only would they have helped her up, but they would have walked her home, or someone would have stopped by her house to check on her and would have made that store run for her. But respect is not commonplace. And I say that because we are largely disrespected on talk radio. Now, I was listening to the Larry Young Morning Show this morning. A gentleman called in, and he was totally off topic. And when the host pointed to the fact that he was off topic, he wanted to get angry with the host. Now, I know for myself and for, I'm on the Larry Young Morning Show team. And then I have my own customized show, which is Face the Facts with Kelly Vaughn. And we plan our shows. We sit down, we look at things, we come up with things that could be pertinent to talk about in our Black community, and we plan our shows. We cannot have people that call in and so-called take over our shows with their own agenda, their own topic. So while being corrected by the host, the guy starts disrespecting the host. And then the host then has to hang up on the caller because you don't respect us. I'm talking about respect in our community. What makes one activist attack another activist that's not doing the same thing that the other activist is doing? It all comes down to respect. There was a time when nobody would put a bad mark on the Black church. There was a time when nobody would put a bad mark publicly. They might get in their private conversations and talk. But publicly, no one would come against Black leadership. Yet and still, I'm watching the news last night, and they wanted to point out that our state's attorney had a birthday fundraiser because she is gearing up to campaign again. And they go to the campaign website. I'm looking at it on the news. They go to the campaign website and they are scrolling through every detail that exists. What really bothered me is they get a Black anchor to point out their story. Closet disrespect. This is very commonplace, and it's being largely accepted. If we continue to disrespect each other, if we continue to move in a manner in which we show that we don't even have respect for each other, where are we going to end up? I remember when we did a protest and the disrespect that we received from the Black community was way greater than the disrespect that we received from racist people. Brother Leo, you're on Face the Facts with Kelly Vaughn. Good morning.
Good morning, Sister Kelly Vaughn, and Happy New Year to you and your family and everybody in Radio Land. Well, you're always on the battlefield, and you're quite right. Disrespect, I believe, is the genesis of lawlessness and cowardice and lying, and it's reflective of a lack of manners and a lack of discipline. You mentioned your son, who I'm sure is a great guy, but you are on it, as you say. And other parents need to be on it because our children need to be checkmated and disciplined.
Hey,
and
Miss
we
Deb.
love them, but they have to be held accountable, as do we, for their upbringing. It's not hip to demand accountability in the eyes of some. if Marilyn Mosby is having a birthday fundraiser, it's not illegal.
At all.
She can have all the fundraisers she wants.
I mean, she could raise funds to have a pig feet dinner if she want to. I'm looking at the news and I'm trying to figure out what is your beef, because if this lady wanted to have a pig feet dinner as a fundraiser, why is it your business to bring it on the news?
No, Kelly, the strategy of the racist establishment in this
You right, Bo.
whether it be Republican or Democrat, is to divide and conquer. So what they do, they select and elect black leaders who they funded to hold political office in many instances, and they're thereby able to manipulate what we call black puppets. In other words, they're black in terms of their ancestry, but they're white supremacists in terms of who they hold an allegiance to. Mm-hmm. They do the bidding of the white establishment. It doesn't matter whether it's Clarence Thomas or
Pig feet, yeah.
Who's the guy I always pick on him sometimes from Columbia, the surgeon, the black guy who's was the surgeon here at Johns Hopkins. Ben
Carson. Uncle Ben, yep.
Ben, Uncle Ben. You know, we got a bunch of them, and they are. If our politics is local, then you look at Baltimore City and you see with reckless abandonment how many black puppets there are, in the sense that they don't speak for us, but they look like us in many instances, and they don't mind being controlled by the Greater Baltimore Committee or those.
Okay, Charles, you copper. Gotcha.
You follow the money.
I'm black.
You follow the money, many times you follow those people who are in elected office and who are beholden to white folks. So they keep this back and forth between us, and they don't mind being manipulated. So I'm glad you can see through it. Thank God.
Good morning, Wayne. Thank you.
Keep up the good work. But yeah, we're the victims of American culture, the American culture that says anything goes. And that's why the Federal Communications Commission does not regulate the dirty, filthy rap and other kinds of things that happen on social media with regard to Instagram and Facebook, and how Instagram and Facebook are used to promote violence and wealth in this country in ways that are not in the interest of everybody. So keep up the good work, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Moving right on to the next caller. If you want to call in, we do have one line available, 410-481-1010. That's 410-481-1010. Mark C., you're on Face the Facts. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing, Kelly? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and the Queen.
Yeah, and Kelly, I've been customized. I'm retired from VA, and I did start my customized show that we pay for. Put our money where our mouth at every show.
Hey, Lionel.
And you let me say this. You live stream this show. A lot of young.
No, that's not that Charles. That's not that Charles Cooley.
The message gets out all over the world. The messages that we put on. We got to stop limiting the messages that get out of WOLB. You saying what you said is powerful, because the majority of parents are like you. The majority of them are like you. I had 6 children go through the Baltimore system. I was off on Mondays. I was over there. Something happened. I was up there. And the majority of us are like that. There's not enough parents on PTA and all that stuff, whatever. But most of the parents are right there, with their children. We're not in leadership. We can't control the education and all that. And I did text you this morning, saying, why would they open up schools? There may be a snowstorm tomorrow, so they can probably have to close it right back down, at least wait till Monday.
Hey, Brandon.
That's what I was thinking.
Correct. I'm with you.
And but Kelly, look, the respect, the hate we get is from each other. And can't nobody divide us. Our leadership looks like us. I don't care nothing about the fundraising and stuff like that. But what I do care about is, we're not criticizing our leaders. I pray for them and all that kind of stuff. But, reality is reality. It's a reason, why we were out there. I sent you a little clip. When we were out there in your district, last winter with the 10 young people, I think the youngest was 10 years old. Really cold day. We're gonna be at Furman, where we was at, where they had the listening session.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to them and, you know, gave us a little food to shut us up. Food was good though. But,
Food was good. I ain't even gonna lie. That turkey sandwich was all right. That was slamming.
you know, but and then they couldn't shut us up anyway. But you know, I digress from that. But that's what we're gonna be meeting at today, engaging the community over at Furman, right there, Pennsylvania and Pennsylvania and Dolphin, engaging the community starting at 5 tonight. Anybody can join us. But you're right. You know, what I love is your own soul. You know, like you said the other day, about minding the business. What did you say about that?
I got 6 months to mind my business and a half a year to leave yours alone, which means I ain't got no time to do nothing but worry about mine.
Oh, exactly. I had a sponsor that died 44 years from riding. It's a 24-hour job working on me, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah.
You know, people call and say stuff, and you know, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. So what we got to do, and what you do very well, is we put out facts. There's a reason why you were up in Emerson Village with that lady,
Miss Monique.
You know, to point out, you know, that we don't have the community policing that we used to have. Now, what I am concerned about is when I talked to that officer, that 27-year vet, the other day that I had talked to before, that told me she felt like her hands was tied. And I said, is anything better between you and leadership? And you know what she said?
Hey, Real. What she said?
She said, no. Is that fast enough for you?
Wow.
Leaders accountable. So it's not personal, you know, and all that kind of stuff with us. You know, it's not personal. You know, but when you call in, like you say, you're attacking us and all that kind of stuff, I don't say that stuff no mind, man. Tell me I be 15 years of addiction, beat up, beat down, stabbed 9 times, been out to lost my common job.
Jesus.
A bum on Harper Road in your district.
Wow. That's crazy.
VA where I went out sitting up north 8 years.
Jesus.
8 grandchildren, 8 children, you know, all doing well.
You got a whole lineage.
You know, go wherever they want to go, you know, and stuff like that, you know, because that's what we put in.
Right.
Nobody told me how to raise my children, you know. None of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the white man ain't having me back in chains and all. I'm be enjoying my retirement until I leave the planet because I worked at VA for almost 30 years.
Yes, sir. I got to get to these callers, Mark, but thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Kelly, and we're going to keep bringing the facts. I'll be on Sunday at 5 o'clock this Sunday, baby.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Y'all tune in, too. Mark, you are on Face the Facts. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, the whole thing that I see or hear come across the airways is a lot of confused bickering going back and forth and not really supporting certain people movement. I support your movement when you was up with the battle against the Crab House. I supported George Mitchell when we went to Annapolis to keep the racetrack quickness up at Pimlico and all that. And everybody was just calling and, oh, they're crazy. They're going against the white man and they ain't going to win nothing and this and that. And then we won the situation for the Preakness to stay there and made them put money in Park Heights, and the lottery administration got to put money in Park Heights. But people is living up there, and was the activists up there for saying me, George Mitchell, and all us was crazy going to Annapolis to fight the power to be. But this what happened. People are so busy trying to dampen somebody's movement than joining their movement and helping their movement to move forward. That's what we lack in that. I support everybody came across this radio waves with their movement.
Hey, Selena.
Way back when we
hey, Spence.
with the Black Think Tank.
Hey, Miss Alice, how you doing?
Callers coming in. We on Sundays, we had, I think, maybe up to 60 men and women's coming. We had a serious movement, but I think I'm just speculating leadership. They want to bicker about who was in charge, this and that. They're speculating on that. And some of the callers could speak on probably that movement we had. And it was a wonderful thing. And we was getting things done. But we as the listening audience, I want everybody, this is my thing for the new year. Everybody will call in every day. Let me tell them, see can they get 5 or 10 more people to listen in on them. See can they make a movement of getting other listeners broadly tuning in, and that'll be more helpful to me, and let other people have their opinions and thoughts of how Baltimore City should be and move and galvanize more people. That's your recruitment for the new year. 5 or 10 more family members. Some of the people, I don't think they can't get nobody in their house to even listen to them.
You're right. And I also believe that they take to the airways because of that. Because they don't have anybody at home to listen to them. And sometimes we suffer from that. But thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate you for calling in this morning. Always a pleasure. You too. Thank you. Sherry, you're on Face the Facts. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Kelly Vaughn and Sean. I want to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Last week, but respect. I will always respect you and Sean and everybody else. But
she gonna respect Sean.
Right, Kelly, you have a big tent. One of your former before you, I tried not to, and I said I'm gonna be more this year of it. I know everybody views different. A lot of people views different from mine. So I really try to be respectful, like I did this morning when they started talking about Trump and the insurrection. Lord, you let me call
everybody love Miss Sherry.
I got a big tip. You don't agree with me, but you be very respectful of each other.
Correct.
Like that. So I don't always agree with you, Kelly, but I'm going to be very respectful of you, Sean, and everybody else. And most people know that I'm far right to a lot of the calls. But I'm going to be more respectful this year. So, Kelly, can I ask you one quick question?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think this insurrection is about Donald Trump? Or do you think it's about the people who perpetrated that at the Capitol?
Depends on who put the idea in their head. As far as I'm concerned, that is my opinion. If I have somebody that I respect as a leader, someone who I really, really, really agree with a lot of their ideas, someone that I have the utmost respect for, and that person takes to a huge stage and plants the idea, you ought to go over there to the people's house and take back the people's house.
Well, Kelly, let me ask you this. We had a president say, pull up your bootstraps, take off the bedroom slippers, and start marching. You remember when Maxine Waters made that comment, we have to fight. So if anything had broke out, was that because they put the idea in people's heads?
Of course. Of course. It would have been fine. And guess what? March we did. But what we didn't do is go down and tear down our own Capitol where people got killed and injured.
Okay, but had it happened, would we be blaming the president for that?
We would be blaming her if a riot broke out. That's what I'm saying. But she was very clear in what she was saying. And Trump was very suggestive in what he was saying. You gotta, I mean, for real, that's what happened.
Okay, the day is the 6th, the anniversary of that insurrection. Now, people have tried to impeach Trump twice. Now, this is an insurrection, and they still ain't got nothing on him now. I would really, right now, you really need to go after the people who perpetrated that.
They did, though. I mean, but honestly, Sherry, they are being put in jail. but you always go for the person that incited the riot. And you can't say that Trump didn't incite that now.
No, I ain't saying he incited.
Because if he's sitting there, if you're right there in DC and you point and you say you ought to go over there to the people's house right now and take back the people's by any means, come on now. That's not inciting something to happen that day. And I mean, but if you look at the messages that he even put out on social media, counting down to that day and saying we're going to take back what's rightfully ours after they stole the vote by force, come on.
I'm going to be respectfully disagree with you, but I feel like all of y'all just...
Hey, Briggs.
Kelly, one quick question. Girl, the prices at the supermarket, I was trying to get my bearings together. Them smoked turkey necks and things are high. And I don't know what. So when the lady come up, please, bring recipe. Have a good day, Callie.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We have 2 lines available. You can call in. We're going to be taking a very brief break. This is Face the Facts with Kelly Vaughn on WOLB. You can call in 410-481-1010. That's 410-481-1010. We have just 2 lines available. Get your thoughts and opinions in. We're talking about respect. We'll be right back after this brief break, and we'll get right back to the lines. This is Face the Facts with Kelly Vaughn.
WOLB Baltimore and WERQ FM HD3 Baltimore, an Urban One radio station, minority controlled, and operating and serving the African American communities for over 40 years.
The views and opinions of the guest and host you hear are not necessarily those of the staff and management of Radio One, its sponsors, or advertisers.
Hey. Happy Thursday. This is Face the Facts with Kelly Vaughn. Gonna go right back to the lines in just a few here, but we're talking about respect today. We're talking about respect across the board. Quick story, and I'm going right back to the lines, but had someone in radio. Now, we may not be from the same station, right? But had someone in talk radio to tell me if I can't take criticism, and let me tell you something, what this joker was saying was not criticism. It was non-facts and lies. Some of you may have heard it over the weekend. I don't know. But this joker says to me, if you can't take criticism, get your child self out the seat and let somebody else have it. Okay, whatever you say. Respect. Because I don't disrespect his Asalama Fakem show. That's just what it is. Gator John, you're on Face the Facts. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. In a sort of little defense of Marilyn Mosley not prosecuting. Last week, right, they advertised up in one of those counties that some racist-ass devils broke into a gun store, stole 23 guns. You can hear no more about it. They can show you pictures of these black kids out in California somewhere breaking windows in the stores, snatch and grab or whatever they're talking about. Show that 10 times a day, 20 times a day. But you never seen any pictures of the videos or anything of these people that broke into the gun store. They say they stole 23 guns. Why don't we see some of the pictures of who they were? Why don't we see some pictures of what they was doing? See, that's just swept underneath the rug because it's black people. Now, wouldn't Marilyn Mosley prosecute them? I mean, we heard nothing about it. See, we need to just bring some of their news to the forefront sometimes because they sweep it right underneath the rug. You know, as far as Trump is concerned, Trump, you understand, when he left office, I said he carried 72 million people with him. And back then, when he was in office, those people's children were 17 and 18 years old. So when it comes time for another election 4 years later, those same racist parents' children is old enough to vote now. So how many is in his army? I mean, we racist people, we just got to stop concentrating on, if I don't want to be a Democrat, I'm going to be a Republican. That's foolish. If you don't want to be a Democrat, don't go join the damn devil. Thank you, my sister. Stay safe. You're the strong young sister. And I look forward to you being the first lady host on the morning show in the event Larry Young retired. You my champion. Talk to you later. Stay safe.
Thank you so much, sir. Absolutely. Lady B, you are on Face the Facts. Good morning.
Good morning, darling. Good morning, WOLB family. And let me say Happy New Year. This subject needs to be repeated and repeated and repeated, but there's a lot of people who will never reach. Let me tell you why, real quick. Some people, and especially our people of our persuasion, our Black community, the only thing that they possess in their lives and their personality is to bring somebody else down, to put somebody to make them feel like they're home. And I don't know where that exactly started. I think it has a lot to do with us embracing the social society that's forced down our throats and have the name brand stuff, and you gotta have this designer's person, and if you don't have that, you're not as good as me, and I'm better than you because I do have it. All that's baloney, but especially it's like we have started out saying, and that's why I keep continuing saying on these airways, and as I talk to you on these airways, are we still being voluntary slaves? Because your lifestyle should have nothing to do with somebody's lifestyle on TV, because you're too busy watching them. That's why you have no life.
No.
And now you want to take what little you do have, and you want to berate somebody who's in your circle, because that's the only way you feel good.
My God.
That's the only way you think you're a person. That's the only way you think you have a card. It's because you've been living in someone else. And you think everybody else is taking your place. I'm sorry to say that those people will never understand what we're having this conversation about this morning. And it's sad for them because they never have lives. They have ambitions. There's some who are coming at you now who would like to take you and knock you out the way so they can be in the place you're going to be placed in. But God won't allow it. A devil can't come forward.
God blocked it.
And the biggest secret that the devil has on us as a society is to make us believe we don't exist. He walks among us every day. He's around us every day. And if you fall for the distractions and all the baloney that they put in your path, as you're trying to design your life and become a full person, you get distracted and you forget where you're going and you go nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hope some people can follow that. I hope to see you soon, versus you keep being what you are and doing what you do, and then, you know, handle your business with your child. And we need more parents in the world like you so there could be more respect among our younger generations. Have a blessed day. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, my dear. And I handle him my will right after. I'm telling you, right after I get off this ass, I want him popping. Thank you, ma'am. You too. Steve, you're on Face the Facts with Kelly Vaughn. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelly. You were talking about the lady that she helped to stay down in the snow. It gives me a reflection back on a couple of incidents that happened to me when I was a younger guy. It was the old 91 line right in front of Lexington Market. On that bus, and for some reason, this guy slid around me in front of me, and the lady had her pocketbook open. And I saw the guy's hand go down in the pocketbook. So I immediately, cold-cocked, you know. The lady that he was trying to rob, she didn't even see what happened, but the bus driver saw it and gave me, congratulations and all that type of stuff. But it just goes to show, I grew up in the inner city or the ghetto or whatever you want to call it. But you have a choice to make. You either choose one side or choose one way or choose another way. And another incident I was sitting on the steps, my own steps, in West Baltimore, and my friend and I was sitting there, and a neighbor came up the street, and this neighbor was like an alcoholic, he was drunk. He had a couple of guys, they come in drunk. And we was looking, and we both gave each other eye contact. We noticed that a guy was following our neighbor. So without even saying a word to each other, we jumped off the steps and ran down the street and chased the guy away, So we're not looking for a reward or accolades or anything like that, sticking our chest out. But it's just an idea of doing the right thing. And what I really liked about it was the communication between myself and my friend. We didn't say a word. We didn't say, well, yeah, let's go get him. We just made eye contact. We realized what the situation was, and we ran down the street after that guy.
Yeah, because the respect was mutual.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have respect for old ladies. I mean, they could go to the store. I mean, I remember a couple of old ladies would go and cash their new lottery check, but they didn't wait for the next day. They would go in the evening. And we make sure they would get home all right, Just little things, but you make a choice of, like I said earlier, what side do you want to be on? I could be on the side, me and my buddies going around snatching pocketbooks and some of the other stuff that was happening when we was coming up, but we didn't do that. So, you can't make the right choices, and, you make out better for it, I think.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Try I chose.
Well, thank you for your time. We appreciate you calling. Yes. Sherry on Face the Facts. This is a different Sherry, y'all. It's not the same one. Good morning.
Hi, Kelly, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. I agree with the gentleman who came on before. We do need to go back to having respect. But what I want to talk about today is the lack of respect that leaders in the city have for parents, teachers, and students.
Mm-hmm.
The concerned about COVID-19 have been, with the new variant, more concerned. I think the point that the leaders are trying to make is that kids are safe in school. They're not. Buying 80,000 COVID tests to test children before they come back to school is a farce.
Mm-hmm.
A test is only as good as the moment you take it.
How about that?
You take those children, you test them, they go back home. And then they come back to school because they had a negative test 3 days ago. You can walk away from that test and get COVID in the next 5 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
How are our children going to be protected? It's a waste of money to buy 80,000 COVID tests to test all of the kids when, like I said, they can walk away from that test and get COVID the next minute. I don't think they really know what to do. Sometimes you have to admit, I don't know what to do. So let's do what's safe for our kids and take it out of the political arena, because that's where these decisions are being made. Mm. Our leaders are afraid to stand up and do what's right for kids and for teachers and for parents. Because when these kids go to school, they come home to elderly parents, grandparents, to parents, to their communities. And so this virus is highly transmissible, yet they're telling us that our kids are safe because there are mitigation procedures in place. Well, the mitigation procedures that we used when we were doing virtual education can't work now, because when some of the kids were in school and some were at home, kids could socially distance. Kids are piled up on top of each other right now.
Yes.
There's no social distancing going on. The sanitizing of the building isn't happening as it was before. And our kids are unsafe. I think that, we really need to have to think about what we're doing. Teachers were not trained to be frontline healthcare workers, which is what we're asking them to be.
Absolutely.
Put themselves in jeopardy and the students in jeopardy when we know that everything that's being done is not going to stop the spread of COVID in school. Governor Hogan has decided that he's not going to do anything. Period. I don't care how high the positivity rate goes up. And we are foolish if we think our children are safe in school.
Well, Sherry, I agree.
So many staff and teachers out, the children are in there, and teachers and anybody who's available is covering their classroom. Are your children really learning? They're not. Because you people who are supposed to be teaching them the curriculum have expertise in those areas. When they're not there, or substitute is there for long periods of time, or someone else is saying, I'll take your kids, splitting up classes, making more kids, having more kids and causing more kids to be in the classroom. So again, you can't socially distance.
Yeah, you're right.
Experts are telling us in the next 6 weeks we're going to have
the worst of this virus. Well, I have to, of course.
Vaccinated and boosted. But we want our children, who many of them are not vaccinated, to be in an unsafe situation.
Thank you for your thoughts. I got to get to these other callers, but always a pleasure when you call in. Thank you. JD, you're on Face the Facts with Kelly Vaughn. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
All right. I just wanted to call. I wanted to say the respect thing goes both ways. You sometimes have talk show hosts that aren't always respectful of the callers as well. And I think that it kind of creates this cat and mouse game where, someone's not going to one up the other one. And they go back and forth. I know sometimes stirring the pot kind of gets more people to call and drives ratings and that kind of thing. But, like you said, I believe we can be respectful, we can be energetic on the air without being disrespectful.
Yeah, very true. One thing that the folk here at WOLB will tell you is I never asked to see my ratings. I never asked to see them because I don't want a show that is rating driven. I'd rather have a show that actually gets to some solutions and exposes some issues that need to be talked about. Now, whether we reach solution level or not is up to us in the progression of the show. But I would agree with you that there are some who feel like disrespect provokes some kind of stirring and some kind of buzz worth around the show. But as I told many people during protest time, I told them I'm not going to fight them and fight us at the same time. It's not possible. I don't have that kind of stamina, and I just refuse to do it. So I can definitely agree with what you're saying. I've seen it done in radio. It's shameful. It is very shameful. I, for one, won't pitch a boogie, but I sure will detonate one. So you come for me, I'm going to respond to you, and that's going to be the end of that. But there are some who will perpetuate foolishness over the airwaves, and it shouldn't be in Black Talk Radio.
Yes, and he was speaking earlier about females sometimes being disrespected. People calling it and commenting about their physical features and that type of thing. Again, I think that sometimes goes both ways as well. I'm not saying necessarily your case, but I've seen in some other cases some of the photos that some of the hosts post and some of those things tend to draw those type of comments out. I mean, it's still not right to come on the air and disrespect a woman, but I think sometimes we've got to separate what's professional and what's personal. And if on a professional site you have postings that are not so professional, then that's going to attract people who aren't being professional. Do you see what I mean?
I do. I, for one, I definitely get it. I have a personal Facebook page, and then I have my the facts page. I will post pictures because I'm also a makeup artist. So I'll post pictures of my face for the day or whatever. But you won't see those on my Face the Facts page. You get what I'm saying? So I agree. Sometimes the listener can be provoked, but it's all a matter of respect across the board, I think, is what it comes down to.
One other quick thing. I was just thinking about addressing this fund after the show. Just something to think about in the back of your mind. I would also want to know what's going on in that classroom that my child feels out of touch, I guess, with the instruction. And it may not be something you want to address today because, like you said, he was wrong for the way he came off to the teacher.
Well,
I want to know, hey, why is he feeling this? Is the instruction not meeting his needs? Is he not buckling down? And maybe find out, is this something just in this particular class? That kind of thing. So,
yeah, I appreciate it. I know my son, though. He over there socializing. I'm about to go break that up. But I appreciate you. Yes, sir. I mean, you know what? We know our kids, right? So when she called me and she started running down the list of what he was doing, I could say, oh, he would do that. No, he wouldn't do that. But I know my son, and he's playing because they just got back from holiday break. Everybody got on new sneakers and stuff, and he is goofing off and trying to use me being on radio as an excuse. So I'm gonna go upside his head, but I appreciate you for looking out for the young brother, but that's not his case. She's a good teacher. Miss Williams is all right with me, and I do take the time to get to know my kids' teachers before there's a problem so that I can have a comparison when there is an issue. All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate you. You too. Picking right back up on the lines. Come on. Thomas, you're on Face the Facts. Good morning.
trouble.
You already know.
Let me tell you, back in school, Kelly, worst feeling in the world for a kid is his mom or daddy pop up at school. Oh, he in trouble. I hate to be him right now. But anyway, one of your comments earlier was saying that the politicians don't have respect for the people. And that's actually true, Kelly. Case in point, Baltimore City is not in the helicopter buying business now. We just spent $18 million for a helicopter, Kelly. For what? For Open City Hall. But he's still going through that $638 million by spending $18 million for a helicopter. What is the reason for buying a helicopter?
I don't know what that particular copter is for.
Nobody else knew either. But that's $18 million gone. So we spent $18 million for a helicopter, but you can't spend money to update these raggedy patrol cars they're riding in around here. I think the mayor and the city council and the controller have got their priorities dead wrong. That $638 million is supposed to be used for the infrastructure of the city. That helicopter ain't got nothing to do with infrastructure. That's why you got 45, 13, Channel 11. They got their own helicopters. What you need a helicopter for, Brandon? Come on, nephew. You know better than that. And Kelly, I'll say this. You don't need no co-signer for nothing. Only people with bad credit need co-signing.
Ooh.
Okay?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. We're going to leave it at that. Thank you, Thomas. Oh, Miss Sherry, you heard that? You got a shout out. Brenda, you're on Face the Facts. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to keep this simple. I tried to call in. This is about the respect of the radio station host. I tried to call in and make a comment on the Al Sharpton show one day.
Oh.
And whoever screens the calls through, he was so nasty to me. He didn't believe that I was on my cell phone. He thought I was trying to tape it. I don't know what he thought. But this brother disrespected me terribly, and he hung up on me.
What?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, he went back and forth. And I said, "Sir, I'm almost 70 years old. I don't know nothing about no phone going through the car and all like that. I'm on my cell phone, and I just want to make a comment. I don't believe you. No, you're not. Well, I mean, he was real nasty, and then he hung up on me. I will never forget that.
Well, I can speak for WOLB Baltimore and say that our board ops, get the hand claps together, Sean. Our board ops are some of the best people that you'll run across, because I know when you called into this show, Sean greeted you really, really nice. Al Sharpton show is nationally syndicated, meaning usually he broadcasts. Yeah, give yourself a hand clap, Sean. That's right. He usually broadcasts from wherever he is, whether it be New York or wherever. But I'm hoping that Miss Hughes is listening to the show today and hears that complaint. I don't know who that person would be. We're not in the same building. Yeah.
It was a while ago, and he hung up on me. I felt like
do we have like a Radio One corporate email or something?
I was going to tape him, or and I tried to tell this young man, no, I am on my cell phone, young man. What are you? And I'm
not going to get to the other callers.
And he hung up for me. He really did. And of course, I tried to call back, but it kept going to some recording. But I just wanted to get that in there,
Well, Brenda, what I'm gonna say is this, a lot of times okay. I was trying to check and see if we had some kind of corporate number to give you for that complaint. Hopefully Miss Hughes is listening to this show, but you know how you call customer service, and it could be a big box store, and they'd be like, you get a customer service rep, and they'd be like, well, I don't know why they did that. I'm gonna take accountability for Radio One and all of its affiliates and apologize to you on open air. That is definitely not what Radio One stands for, nor does this station. And so I appreciate you for still taking a chance and listening to this show. And just please know that I'm going to try to get this show into the hands of the right people that can hear your complaint, and hopefully they can do something about it. I can't do anything about it, but I do apologize. And we appreciate you, man. I mean,
and they think they can get away with it, she'll never call back. She don't even know who my name is, but somebody higher up is watching what you're doing.
Yeah, they are. Well, thank you, Miss Brenda. Thanks for making us aware, and I'll get that as far up the chain as I can. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. Well, you guys, thank you so much for this show. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so sorry to the callers that I didn't get to, but I just simply ran out of time. Look, we are starting the year in a great way, and so I want you to stay tuned here each and every Thursday for exciting and good conversation and good issues to be brought up for our Black community. I'm going to end this show with saying that respect each other and respect yourself. Respect yourself first, and then after that, you can respect everybody else, because, of course, to get respect, you've got to give it. Thanks for listening in. This has been Kelly Vaughn, Face the Facts, right here on 1010 WOLB. Please stay tuned for other customized shows that are coming behind me. Don't know the list right now. Probably wouldn't call some. Listen, love y'all. I'm going to start my year off not getting in trouble. Peace. Sean. Oh man. Dang, earrings. Thanks so much, you guys, for listening through. Spence, I'm gonna get you later. I'm gonna call you later. This has been Face the Facts today. WOLB. I'm having way too much fun in this office chair. But let me make sure I don't break it because this is LY's chair. Peace, y'all.